Wade Heineman. It is June 13th, early AM, 3:08 a.m., June 13th. I am home, half mile north of Fairbank, Iowa. Home all day, 6:11, 6:12, and 6:13. I just modified my last paper, but it does show here home is half mile north of Fairbank, Iowa, on V68. I am Wade Allen Heineman, youtube.com/@WadeYes. I'm born 11/4/71. Twitter.com/WadeYes. WADEYESYES. Home is, I'm in Iowa as always. I'm going to prove once and for all, I've been up late here rummaging through my papers, and I'm going to prove once and for all that this Escalade is not stolen. Here is the title. Wade Allen Heineman, 1809 W Avenue, Fairbank, Iowa. 1809 W Avenue is here, half mile north of Fairbank, not any further than half mile. Once you hit the edge of the trees in Fairbank, 0.6 miles. And as you can see here, there's my high school letter jacket. There are my two blue bags in the background. There's the Escalade symbol and the three license plates. So there's my Escalade. Here is the VIN number, part of the title number, from my father, Jerry Heineman, who lives Fairbank address. Escalade EXT 2002, tan gold. What does it say? Tan, yeah, tan gold color. EXT. Wade Allen Heineman. Was it the date on this is January 3rd, 2022. You see any liens on it? No, there's no. This is the lien area. No liens. Not signed over to anyone. My name. So now, whoever the criminal is that's been trying to say that I got a loan against it, or that it was theirs, you're going to prison now, right now. 1809 W Avenue, Fairbank, Iowa. Registration for 2023, right here. 2023, 2002 Escalade EXT. In my name, Wade Allen Heineman, 1809 Fairbank, Iowa. 1809 W Avenue. There's the sticker. So you know that this is the official one right here. This is the one that was stolen and the frauds brought back. They do that often. They'll steal something, stage a lie with it, bring it back. If they used it to get a passport, you're going to prison for 20 years. If it's that let's go guy, 20 years prison. Here's my 2002 registration. Had a blue sticker. 1809 W Avenue, Fairbank, Iowa. Wade Allen Heineman. Same thing. 2002 Escalade. In my name. This is the only vehicle I have driven since January 3rd, 2023. Green eyes. No pock marks. No huge lines under my eyes, as you can see. If they're adding those afterwards, I do not have luck. That is a criminal that has huge pock marks under his eyes or big lines. I have little lines right here. And that's because I'm dehydrated mostly, because I haven't had anything to drink. I haven't had much to drink. So there's that. Here's my complaint from the 9th. Deputy Luis, Luis, took the complaint. Mexican guy, Fayette County Sheriff's Department. On the 9th, I was up at Fayette County Sheriff's Department. There's the complaint. 7:38 to 8:15 p.m. at Fayette County Sheriff's Department. That's my handwriting. Anybody with notebooks with this handwriting, that's criminal too. You've stolen a lot of my stuff. Here's my birth certificate I've shown many times. Just doing my poses here, different angles of my face. High school transcript I've showed many times. Wapsie Valley High School, 1990. And I did graduate with a B average, right at a B average. So, no, I'm not an idiot. Here's my transcript from, and I did find my transcripts, so I didn't report those stolen, but I told my mom I couldn't find them. But here's one of them, the year 2000, from the year 2000, University of Northern Iowa, transcript, and 1992, you'll see astronomy on there. Where is it? Astronomy. Right there. B and a B minus, B or B minus there. I think it's a B. Yeah, B. So there's that. Here's my poetry. When I got published in 2002 in the Loris Outlet, I took one class there when I was working as an inspector in the city of Dubuque. Many of those papers have been stolen. But as you can see, I was on the editorial board there. Selection committee down here. Selection committee, Wade Heinemann. And I had 4 poems published in it. Page 10, page 38, I think it was. I was trying to look at these. 38, 57, page 38, 57, 10, 38, 57, and 80, page 80 on the back here. Where is it? I can't find my name there. It's in there somewhere. It's in that list somewhere. 10. Travel Song, Wade Heinemann, Outlet, 2002, Travel Song. 1038. Wade Heinemann, this is the professor played a tape of a song and he said, write what you imagine. Night Tribe and Anansi was by Nancy Rumble was the name of the song, and this is what I wrote. It says, an African circle of dance, a bright fire quiet. 1 form moves, and 2 music bends around pairs of ears. Creatures under dark canopies poise a new sound. We listen for what might come in moments. No twigs snap, music lingers on fine hairs and grows louder. Upright ears repose. With a smile of dance, then large, the beginning of the drums. Gardens of shadows emerge between the fire's reflections, where bodies of rhythm, not winds, weave dark and light together. So that's where I was in poems in 2002. You know, my poems are much more succinct now. They're less flowery. But here's one I wrote about my grandfather called Sweet Williams. You can see it here. You can kind of, pause it on if you want to. I'm not going to read the whole thing right now. Called Sweet Williams. It's about my grandfather's favorite flower and when he died, and me 5 years later. It says 10 years later, but it was because it was a poetic choice at that time. I wouldn't do that now. I would be completely accurate. But when I was, starting out as a poet, I didn't really know how to do things. So here's one called Inner. I wrote this actually when I lived in Cedar Falls in the late 1990s. I revised it. It's called Inner. It's about how I felt about being in a house, and it's about kind of like high functioning autism, actually, about feeling trapped in a house and not wanting to, sometimes not knowing how to be in social situations. But you can kind of pause on that one too. What the heck, I'll read it. These walls around are not barriers. They're doors to avoid them. These walls are layers of chalky rock and wood, paper and nails to hold it all together, maybe some pink insulation. But this physical system is not unyielding. The barrier is more a translucent edge defined and hidden by these walls. Outside, beside the walls, lie round headstones, roughly the size of a human's, piled one on top of one, and pebbles beneath them. Flowers, yellow tulips with thick almond stalks between them. Ants, red and brown among the gravel and given soil. It's this texture that tastes good. So good. Further out, grass, green and brown, stretches out. Ants, brown and red, and earthworms in the soil beneath the grass. And so it goes on with rocks and soil and ants and grass. It's this texture that tastes good. So good. Water and trees join, and so do other things. Earth and the sun exert their powers, and the wind and the water carry information and alter surfaces, each day a new blend of placement and roughness, hardness and hue. It's this texture that tastes good, so good, between the round headstones and the flat ones. That's where I was in my early on poems. That's when I started developing as a poet. Between late 90s and early 2000s. So those are some examples in there. In the Loris Outlet 2002, I have 4 poems in there. Those are all my words. So if anybody's trying to take credit for them, again, no pock marks, no creases, a little bit of aging there, but I'm dehydrated too. I don't wear makeup. Never worn makeup in my life. So that's the lie that these jackasses try to propagate. There is one profile, other profile, hand, famous hand, 11-inch hands. Let's go through a few of these since I got it here. Got all these back to my old account. Before I was locked out May 31st, Real Wade 51 Twitter, youtube.com/@Wade Allen Heineman. You can see that I still have all the papers. Back to mid-May. So anybody profited from selling anything from my Real Wade 51 Twitter, you're going to prison 10 years. You owe me every single dime. It doesn't matter what you spent. You owe it to me for the rest of your life. Until you pay it, you're going to prison. And I need an apology too.